Obviously, it's painful to watch Congress right now with the McCarthy shenanigans, Marjorie Taylor Greene running the show, the absurd debt ceiling debate when they created most of the debt. But it's also a good time as we watch that chaos to remember what Madison warned us about in terms of the threat to democracy to our country. Madison wrote the Federalist Papers and other places about the threat of corruption, about factious tempers undermining and corrupting government, about in the wrong hands, government betraying the interests of the people, about rich men in neighboring states taking over and getting their way through government. But Madison here wasn't warning us about Congress. He was warning us about state houses falling in the wrong hands, their vulnerability of that happening, and what can happen in state houses in the wrong hand. So as we watch Congress, we can't also stop watching our state houses, because as the chaos in D.C. happens, largely laws aren't passing. But all around this country right now, if you watch closely, in Missouri, in Iowa, Florida, Ohio, bills in the last couple months and right now, because these legislative sessions have also begun, are pushing forward exactly as Madison warned. Bills that have nothing to do with the interests of the people in these states, and have everything to do with what rich men in neighboring states want, or what certain extreme interests want, because they figured out the state houses are the best place to get their agenda done, and despite the interests of the people of these states. Why can they do this? Because through gerrymandering and big money and lack of attention, these state houses are no longer accountable to the people of these states. They instead follow out-of-state interests that are weaponizing them, and big money, and certain extreme interests in their state, and so they're passing law after law. Just the other day in Missouri, you have a lobbyist from Florida testifying about Missouri's education system, but citizens of Missouri aren't even allowed to speak. That's what's happening in the states. That's what Madison feared. We've got to focus on what's happening in state houses, bring accountability back to every level and every corner of these states, or this will continue to happen.